Hello. Throughout this video, I'm going to talk about a paper that I wrote at the end of the Educational Leadership and Policy Analysis course. This paper right here that I'm going to describe was our culminating project. So throughout the course, we spent a lot of time reading about different theories of leadership, different thoughts behind leadership, different styles of leadership, and kind of give us the opportunity to explore what we felt our own personal leadership style would be or should be or is, and kind of adapt and formulate that to the leader that we want to be. I found this especially helpful because right at the same time, it's kind of crazy, as I started the EDS project or the EDS program, I also made kind of a slight career change. I left the school I'd been at for 7 years to go to a different school and accepted the department chair position. So again, as I was entering the EDS program, I was entering a much larger leadership role within the counseling department and within the school. So I thought this course was very fitting as I was still kind of navigating what it was going to be like to be the leader of a department. This course was during the second semester of the EDS program, so my second semester being department chair. So I'll just kind of highlight some of the biggest takeaways from the paper, and of course you can click on the link and read the whole paper. But again, I chose this because I felt like this was probably one of the most important pieces or things to learn throughout this curriculum of the EDS program, because one of my goals was to kind of define who I was as a leader and be the best leader that I could be. So again, like I said, we talked about different theories, different styles. We used this Nordhaus book. That's what most of the references in my paper are. So Leadership, Theory, and Practice by P.G. Nordhaus. So anytime I'm quoting anything in this, that came from that book. Sorry if this is making you dizzy. But again, I believe leadership is a learned and desired quality. There's different theories or different people that would believe being a leader is an inborn trait, something that you're born with that can't change. I disagree. If I were to think back 20 years ago, I would never say that I would be confident enough to be in a leadership position. I would describe myself as introverted, quiet, and shy. I still really would use a lot of those words to describe myself. However, I've gained a little more confidence and feel that I'm passionate about what I do and that I can be an effective leader. I also believe that leadership is about the team. It's not about just the leader. Effective leaders must make connections with their followers, making them all feel part of the group. And then most importantly, I've learned that I agree with follower-focused theories. Again, leaders have to be able to connect with their followers and earn their trust. It can't be just the leader, the person in charge, barking orders at others. It's got to be a team effort if you're going to see success. According to the trait approach, research suggests that leaders who are sensitive to their emotions and to the impact of their emotions on others may be leaders who are more effective. When I became the department chair, became the leader, I looked back at what I felt like when I was a follower, or maybe not a follower, but not the leader of the department. I thought about things that I learned from different leaders I had that I really appreciated and wanted to model and continue and do the same thing. And I also thought about things that I did not want to do that maybe didn't seem effective to me or didn't make me feel confident as part of the team. So again, I addressed that a little bit more, but I think that was a good opportunity that I was under a couple of different leaders and could pick and choose their qualities that I wanted to continue with and maybe that I didn't want to display as a leader. The skills approach also addresses how leaders should treat their followers with respect. Perspective taking means being sensitive to other people's perspectives and goals, being able to understand their point of view on different issues. As much as followers can learn from leaders, leaders can also learn from followers. I appreciate that this approach provides us that. I'm not the expert. I don't know everything. I'm not always going to get everything right. Again, that goes back to the team mindset where everybody can bring something to the table. Everybody has their own strengths, and it's important to value each and every member of that team. From the follower perspective, I've learned greatly from how my leaders have behaved. That's like I just said earlier, witnessed wonderful behaviors from leaders I admire, and I've also witnessed behaviors from leaders that frustrated me. I've learned greatly from both of these perspectives. I was able to take away behaviors that I want to exhibit as a leader, and I've also been able to experience behaviors from a leader that I would not want to replicate. I believe that leadership is a fluid activity. The situational approach recognizes that to be an effective leader requires that a person adapt his or her style to the demands of different situations. So in one scenario, you may need to behave one way and kind of have these set of rules or guidelines, but in a different scenario, you might need to change it up, and that's okay, as long as you're keeping the end goal in mind and what is best for the team. Understanding the why of what people do is often essential to motivation. Supportive leadership under the path goal theory recognizes that leadership consists of being friendly and approachable as a leader and includes attending to the well-being and human needs of followers. Leaders using supportive behaviors go out of their way to make work pleasant for followers. In addition, supportive leaders treat followers as equal and give them respect for their status. So again, going back to that team mindset, everyone's equal. No one is better than the other person. No one should be making all of the decisions and barking orders. One way to ensure others feel valued is by including them in the decision-making process, or at least allowing them the chance to have their voice heard. Transformational leaders encourage others and celebrate their accomplishments. In the end, transformational leadership results in people feeling better about themselves and their contributions to the greater good. Servant leaders put followers first, empower them, and help them develop their full personal capacities. So I think another important aspect of being a leader is to help your team grow, help each individual on that team find their strengths and really hone in on what that is and help them grow as a better professional, better worker, better team player, and really provide that support that they want. If there's some area that they want to focus on growing, what can the leader do to help them get there? Like I said here, I have a pretty clear understanding of the characteristics that I feel are most important in a leader. Those would be being honest, trustworthy, approachable, open to change, tolerant, and follower-focused. I also believe that leaders must be continually willing to adapt and grow and learn from their mistakes. I kind of my conclusion sentence here. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best leader. I'm a leader in progress, and I am excited to continue to grow. So I really appreciated this class helping us identify the different perspectives and theories and really have the opportunity to hone in on exactly how we want to identify as a leader. And I hope that the things that I wrote in this paper are the things that I portray each day, but it is a good reminder, kind of sit back, reflect, and think about the things that I'm doing as a leader and if there are things I need to correct or change. And again, going back to that team piece, just valuing every person on the team. So I definitely think this impacted me as a professional throughout this whole course, just getting to know a little bit more about myself and the leader that I wanted to be.